All right, good evening, everybody. Aloha and welcome. We've got a very special surprise for you guys tonight, and I know there's a lot of people it's just a busy time right now, and we are lucky because Mr. An, our senior director, is on the way back from Philippines, back to California, and he agreed to, make his layover here in Hawaii and just spend a few hours with us before he heads to the airport. And I know a lot of people couldn't make it tonight, so we decided to make a recording for all of you. You guys are missing out on some really good food, but we got so much exciting things happening, I don't even know where to start. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, let me get right into it. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is Stacy Higa's idea to, how we give our samples. And, it's very cumbersome to use these little plastic containers. One, they're kind of expensive. We were buying them at Daiso. We did save some money with Amazon, but I can't stress to everyone how critically important it is on every single exposure you do to give samples or send people home with some shampoo, some water treatment, and some body wash. In fact, very recently, at Ari and Gary's house. Ari is our former Miss Hawaii. She's Kumuhula Mary Monarch winner. She absolutely loves and is getting phenomenal results with Remon products and Inselderm. But she had 20 plus hula dancers come from Japan, one of her halaus. And they stayed at her place for 10 days. And what I did was, I kind of pulled a ninja move and I went in their shower and I put full bottles of shampoo, water treatment, and body wash. And by the time they left, and we did the facials on the last night, we did a K-pop up there for all of them. It was kind of a nice surprise for them. One, they had a blast. But two, let me tell you, every single one of them went home with shampoo and water treatment, and almost all of them went home with body wash. They all bought it because they were using it. They just used it once or twice or 3 times maybe, and they just fell in love with it, okay? So it's important to let people smell it. It's important to let people try it, okay? And so, when it comes to skincare, that's a luxury, especially for a lot of guys. I was using Irish Spring and Pantene. Like, it's not even in my life. So it's an option, okay? But guess what? People wash their hair. If you've got hair, right? And people take a shower with soap, I hope. And so, it's a fixed expense in their life. And what's crazy about our products, it's not even expensive. So to have such a high quality, healthy product for you, and just replace it with whatever you got in your shower with a Dove liquid soap or bar soap, guys, it's a phenomenal thing. So I know after about 1,000, just under 1,000 facials or exposures, that if you get the product onto people's faces, if you get the product into their showers, if they just use it once and feel it in their hair, you've got a great chance at getting a customer. Now, are they going to become your next manager or senior manager or team leader? I don't know. But I tell you what, there's hell of a chance for you to get a new customer by simply giving out those samples. So we are always looking for ways to get it streamlined, if you will, cost effective, and attractive at the same time. Because these little bottles, guys, they can leak. They're slippery. They're hard to label. Because when you go in the shower, even if you put a label, it gets wet and it bleeds. So all we got to do is survive a little bit. So Stacy had the best idea ever, and she came out with this. And you guys are just gonna probably be really excited about having a shampoo, which is the yellow, and a water treatment, a red one, and then of course we have our body wash, which is the green. And they're so cost effective, guys. We're gonna have them with boxes of 30 of them at a time, okay? And they're gonna be like really cheap. I don't know the exact pricing on it yet. We gotta figure it out, but it's gonna be like $30 or less, okay? So really per person, it's gonna come out to maybe a dollar, maybe, okay? So maybe between $1 and $1.50 or something like that. So that's very cost effective. Just that Daiso, just for 3 of those containers was like $2.50. Okay, I mean for 6 of them. So you could give 2 people. I mean, it was very expensive. So we went through so many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. We were literally spending a fortune at Daiso, and Daiso was a cheap part. So thank you so much, Stacy, for making these. And what's really cool is if you get some cellophane bags and ribbon like this, we're going to be able to make a nice little sample pack so that people can take something home. And of course, they're more likely to use it, and it's very convenient. They could just wash their hair and boom, throw it out. Okay, so my part is pretty much done. I don't want to take up any more time, and I want to bring up our senior director. And some of you guys have had some chances to get trained by him. Some of you guys have experience in the direct sales industry. But if you're always wondering why, like what sets apart the experts, the pros, how do people get results all of the time, every time? It's a formula, and it really is. One, we've already armed with the most amazing company and most amazing products. All we need to do is put forth the effort and perfect this system or a process and have good mentorship and be coachable, and you could get those results. You know, we all see the stories of people making some pretty serious life-changing income, firing their bosses in just short last few years of time. And we've got the Las Vegas convention coming up. Everybody's running like crazy right now in all the teams across the United States and even other countries. I was just recently in Korea with our senior director. Mr. An's come down to Hawaii multiple times, and he just spent the last week in the Philippines. And the stories you guys are going to hear right now, I hope that it inspires you, and hopefully it'll give us some advice on how you can take the proper action and get a piece of Philippines, or get a piece of Singapore, Malaysia, or Mexico, even though you don't speak Spanish, even though you don't speak Tagalog Ilocano, even though maybe you don't know too many Filipino people, which I don't believe if you live in Hawaii. But how do you get it? What actions do I take? And so I asked him to come up here and cover those three topics. Recap what's going on around the world for you guys, and then number two, talk about how we can get a piece of it, and three, how we're going to take advantage of all the big things that are right around the corner coming out with our Las Vegas convention. Okay, so I highly encourage you guys to listen well. I don't know if you're in your car right now, or at home, or sitting in the dark going down the rabbit hole on your cell phone, but please internalize this information, because all the most exciting news and announcements and updates that are going to happen in Las Vegas, that's great for the company and great for everybody, but if it flies over your head and you don't take proper action, you can miss it. So without any further delay, let's bring up our senior director, Mr. Michael An. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, aloha everybody. It's so great to have a layover here in Honolulu and be able to speak to the leadership that is here, as well as all the one that's going to be listening to this recording. Mr. Tommy Lee wants me to share some of the experiences I had traveling this year. In fact, it's such an important time for our company that I've been gone, I think, more days this year building Remon than being home with my two little cute babies and my wife. I started off the New Year's not even at home. I was in Korea. I was in Korea for 2 weeks, and the moment I came back to California, within 24 hours, I came to Hawaii for leadership training and spent 3 nights, 4 days in Honolulu. Then about 10 days ago, I left to the Philippines, 17 hours to get there, and spent good 8 nights and 9 days there, and literally landed in Hawaii last night. Ate some great dinner with the leadership here, and doing a quick training, and about to head to the airport right after this meeting. Oh, some people think I'm crazy. Some people think, oh my gosh, you have a newborn and you're married and you were gone so long. But if you understand the timing, and how if you make some of the short-term sacrifices this year, the long-term gain is going to be the rest of your life. That's the type of company we partnered up with. This isn't another project. This isn't something I'm here to try. This is something where Mr. Tommy Lee, Mr. Grant Tsumoto, myself, and the leadership is all in. When I mean we're all in, we're all in. I remember Danny Bay used to talk about a game called Hold'em, and the best hand you could have in Texas Hold'em is a royal flush. And if you have two cards that equal royal flush in a game of poker, there's no hand you can lose to. And what that means is you can go all in with 0% fear, 0% doubt, because 100% you're going to win. And that's how I feel about Riemann, because I understand the timing of this company. I understand once in a lifetime, there might be a legacy company you could catch at the very, very beginning and make an absolute fortune, not just for yourself, but for you and all the teams that make that sacrifice. See, 20 years ago when I started my network marketing journey, it was 2005. I partnered up with a company that started in 1992. I got started 13 years later, but because it still was a legacy company, in my 15, 16 years I was with that project, I made multiple millions, I think close to 8 figures in income there with no experience from 20 to mid 30 because it was a legacy company. I look at what's going on with Riemann. Not only is this gonna be 100% a legacy company, we're catching this company at the very beginning when United States is about to hit 2-year anniversary, not even 2 years yet. And now, starting next 30, 60 days, they're gonna open up Mexico, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Japan, in the next 12 to 8 months. I overheard possibly Thailand, also, what is that one country called? Vietnam. And then they're going to do Europe as well and the rest of Latin America. Do you understand what kind of timing we're in right now? And the more I study about skincare, all of you know, Tommy, myself, and Grant used to make fun of skincare and said, we'll never do it. But the more we study about how big the skincare industry is and how the most biggest giant legacy direct selling companies built it off cosmetics because women love it and some men as well. I look at what happened already in the past and the K-beauty movement where we represent the #1 Korean skincare line. There's going to be so much money made, but some of you don't realize the timing we're in right now and don't understand what you could miss out on if you don't do the right things and take the right action, most importantly right now with the sense of urgency like you've never had before. I want to share with you how in a country I've never been to in my life, for my very first time being there in 8 nights and 9 days, how many great people I met and how we already promoted, I believe, 15 to 20 managers and senior managers in this trip, already promoted team leaders showing on the report, and possibly 2 more getting it done today when it's so difficult for them, where they have to spend more money, where the product's not even being shipped there, where it's in another country, where they're flying desperately to even pick it up because they love this product, but every single one of them aren't taking it for granted. Every single one of them are appreciating everything we have going on. And ladies and gentlemen, they're just hungry. And all of you know, Philippines is not like United States. An average person, from what I hear, only makes about $400 or $500 a month. So for them, when they see this, they're so excited, they're so jacked up. And yes, we're fortunate enough to meet the right people. And we're fortunate enough to recruit up, meaning look for people that already do well in business, look for people that already make good money in careers. And if you apply some of the things here with the mindset some of the leaders have, oh, you're going to be excited. If you take a look at this picture, this is the first day I landed in an island called Davao. That's Miss Ted Canida, our team leader. She's currently #1 this month in our organization. To my left is a lady named Maridel. She wrapped up team leader, 100% already showing, okay? And she got involved about 3 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago. When I got there, she only had 7,000 points in her business because she wrapped up senior manager before I got there. 1 week, actually 3 days with her. I was only in that city for 3 days. She ended up putting in over 20 planners on a report showing over 30 new customer accounts, and she has over 50,000 points now. 3 days of work just all day. And you know what the craziest thing is? She doesn't even need to do Remon. She loves the product and wants to help people. Her sponsor is the person on my right. Her name's Connie. Owns one of the largest construction business, very successful entrepreneur there. But she's currently right now 2 senior managers away from wrapping up team leader. They're figuring it out right now as we speak. I got a text from Miss Kanita. They got 431s. That's why I was like, hold up. And I just sent it to Sung Bae and waiting for the 431 report back, which I don't have the 431 report back yet. But above her is her daughter, okay, Trish, which is also 3 managers away from being a team leader, and they're all about to wrap it up today. Now, I share that story with you because 1 week ago they had no team. Today, they have so many teams. In fact, take a look at this resort. This is just a suite room and a swimming pool. One of our business partner actually owns that. They're excited about Remon. So for all of you that are afraid to recruit up, isn't it crazy how we approach somebody that doesn't even need this opportunity, that owns 5-star resorts, are excited about Remon, and some of us are saying, I don't know if I could talk to someone who already owns a business. Look at this. This is a coffee shop. We ended up adding more chairs and more chairs. We had an invite for only about 15, 20 people that were supposed to come, but they overheard Korean skincare. And last minute, they started saying, can I please bring a friend? Can I please bring a friend? And it ended up being almost 60 people at a coffee shop where we couldn't even fit in, where people were outside. Now, 80% are women, but they're trying it and they love the product. These are just pictures of the meetings. I'm doing 1-on-5s. I mean, guys, my voice was out because we're doing back-to-back meetings and these people abuse me. This is another meeting room. We're just doing meetings. You know what's crazy? Working works. Non-stop facials, just like what Tommy does, king of K-pop-ups. Doing it, it was crazy. It was crazy. Everybody loves our skincare product. This is just example. They're all amazed. You know what's crazy? We didn't even have to explain the business that much. We just had to paint the vision and put these product on people's face. This is another home meeting we're doing at someone's house. I understand it's a very nice house. Look at the chandeliers, right? Look at the mirror reflections. Everybody loves it. Those 2 are doctors. Ms. Tommy Lee, she's single. She's a 28-year-old doctor. Her mom owns the house and one of the richest ladies in Manila, just so you know. She says she gained 30 pounds through COVID. So I saw her skinny version. I think you'll be happy. This is another meeting, another day. Yes, I talked about you. It has an older sister too, 30-year-old. Just nonstop meetings, back-to-back meetings, back-to-back meetings. So, I'm going to skip this for now and just discuss a few things. Why this is so important is since I'm speaking just to the Hawaii leadership, and I believe this is just for Honolulu Oahu organization, let me just talk some sense into you guys. Or whatever islands. Okay, you guys can't see me, so let me stand. A lot of us, when we live in this small island, and the business doesn't go the way we want it, we tend to make excuses. Or we like to blame why we're not seeing the success we're seeing, when reality is, we're just not doing what is required. When I see somebody not making it happen, it could be 2 things. One, right? They're really, really, really not doing the business. They're in what's called Remon Club. What do I mean by Remon Club? They're just a user of the product. They just love the environment. They just love hanging out. Or it could be they just don't have the confidence yet, okay, to do what is required. But a lot of the people, they make excuses saying, my friends, right, don't really want to try the business, or it's Hawaii. Everybody knows everybody, and people in this island is a little different, and they don't got the money, or you could say they make all kind of excuses. Now, why I'm saying this just to this team, and I wouldn't talk about it anywhere else, is about 3 weeks ago, I had a senior director and above leadership training in California at the headquarters, where all the senior directors from the United States was there. Mr. Danny Bay was there. Betty Perez was there. All the corporate executives was there. And we had a strategy session, and some of the things that are coming, you will be blown away. But at the same time, we started talking about some of the markets we're excited about. And next to me, right next to me, the entire time was two people. One is a senior director named Angela Nguyen. Second one was a senior director named Karen Kong. Now here's the craziest part. This will make you mad. I was talking to them, and they see my stories on Facebook, and they see my stories on Instagram, and they're like, Mike, you go to Hawaii a lot. I go, I absolutely love Hawaii. It's like my second home. And we got a great team there. And they're all, oh, wow, that's awesome. Can you tell me more about Hawaii? Because we have a team that's growing there as well. And I was like, that's so awesome. Let me ask you, have you been there? They're all, no, we haven't even been there yet. I go, do you plan on going there? And they said, yes, when this leader gets promoted to this. Now I was just thinking, like, when they get promoted to a team leader, that's a great job. They're like, no, we have multiple team leaders in Oahu. We have multiple team leaders in Maui. They're about to get promoted to director. And here's the second question I asked them. When did they get started? I was thinking before I got started, before Tommy and Grant got started, because we started less than a year ago. We started mid-April, took a look, and really started working the business in May. Karen Kong goes, oh, end of last year. I'm a what? End of last year. And then I'm all, what? She goes, end of last year. And take a look at this, okay? And she shows me some of the meetings going on her team. Yes, in this island. Look at this. I hope you know this is Honolulu, Oahu. Your backyard. Every single one of them started after you. Look at this. Multiple team leaders already promoted and a director about to come. Just look at this. If this doesn't make you mad, you're not hungry. Started after you. Look at that. Already hundreds of people enrolled, hundreds of thousands of volume already done in this island. Now, how is that possible? Because they recruit up, because they don't make excuses. The culture in their team is they recruit the right ones, and they do exactly what Mr. Tommy Lee's been saying this entire time. Do K-pop-ups and share the product. Now, some of you go like, everybody in this island is different. Look at them. Let me tell you another story that's going to make you mad. I was here about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. And some of you heard this story. Mr. Tommy Lee, myself, Mr. Grant was in the meeting room, and this lady comes and registers, and I'm like, Tommy. Tommy's like, I think that's the person you're telling me about it. Long story short, she does all the facials, acts surprised. She even takes samples from Mr. Tommy's, sample he gave, and we looked at their name. She registered, and we looked on Facebook. I even added her. Tommy added her. She didn't accept our friend request. We found that she's already in Raymond. In fact, when I talked about it and brought this up to another senior director, I wonder whose team they're on, she's all, that girl's on my team.
And I'm like, what? So she's about to wrap up director this month. She might have already wrapped it up. I'm like, what? And I'm like, when did she get started? She's like, a few months ago. If that doesn't make you mad, there's something wrong with you. Now, it's a Vietnamese team. And a lot of them are recruiting business owners, yes. And a lot of them are getting people started where they're getting managers and senior managers. But I want you to think about something real quickly. Two separate teams, a Vietnamese organization, right? And all doing it 90% in Vietnamese. And the other one, okay, is Miss Karen Kong's team. Yes, they landed some incredible, sharp people and business owners and people that have experience, okay, in our business called Road and Fields. That's why we always ask people, who do you know that's already doing direct sales? Who do you know that already owns a business? Who do you know that's already successful? But I want you to think about something. Two other teams where it's not like they started 2 years ago when Ramon first came, where they all have a start date of 2024. Some of them just about 90, 120 days old. Some of them a little over 6 months. But why do I say this to you? It's in your backyard. Then I started asking them, do you have any team leaders in other islands? They're all, yeah, we got several in Maui. I was like, when did they start? After them. So you know what that means? While other teams are so excited about expanding to the island you live in, because this island knows everybody somehow in the Philippines, this island somehow knows people in Japan, some of us couldn't even show up to an event. Now, to me, that's just crazy. Because what if you talk to that business owner? What if you asked your family and friends, do you know somebody that's Vietnamese? Do you know somebody that owns a nail salon? Do you know somebody, right, that does Road and Fields? Do you know somebody that tried Mary Kay? Do you know somebody that already makes 6 figures? Do you know somebody that owns a restaurant? And start just recruiting up? Because everybody right now is attacking this island. That's outside of National Director Tim Herr and Chris Kim's leader that's here as well. You know, I was with Marianne Guzman in Philippines, and she even said it. Her cousin works at a hotel in Oahu. Somewhere, I don't know which part. She's a catering manager or whatever, and messaged Marianne, oh, is this the company you're part of? And Marianne's like, what company? She said, Ramon. There's like 70, 80 people at this meeting. That's another team as well. Now, why do I say this? Because these people are expanding to your island where they don't even live here, and 2 of the senior directors haven't even been here yet, getting mentored through Zoom, getting mentored through phone calls, but they're not taking it for granted. And you have who here in your backyard? You have Tommy Lee. You have Grant Sumoto. People that have almost 40 years of direct sales experience. They even have an office for you and a K-pop-up setup where all you have to do is just invite. Do you think Karen Kong provided some demo products for them? Huh. Do you think Angela Nguyen shipped some demo products for them here so people could try? Or do you think they told them what they needed here? If you want to build, open up a market, you need products. Do you think they've been to Maui? No. But they're hungry. And they understand this timing. So listen, I'm not trying to be mean and make you guys feel like crap. But to wake some of you up, because the potential of this market is so huge. You've got the best leadership with the most amount of experience for expansion and international expansion who's providing meeting room here for you to work. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If I was brand new and I had an upline like them, all I would do is abuse them to do as many meetings for me to build my business. It's just like Hawaii. I mean, in Philippines when I was there, when me and Miss Ted Kanita was there, we were doing meetings from morning all the way to 11 p.m. back to back to back. You think those people went team leader and senior manager first few days because they knew what they're doing? No, they understood we're only there for 3 days, 2 days in different islands, that they wanted to take full advantage while we were there and build their business by leveraging the leadership. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what you need to do here. But most importantly, just like Tommy Lee said, be at Las Vegas Convention. Now, let me say one last thing. After what I say right now, you might not like me and say, I don't like Mike anymore. But that's okay. Because I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I don't care if you don't like me, because by end of this year, you take full advantage of this. By end of this year, you have business in Japan, you have business in Philippines, you have business all over US, and you're making too much money. You're going to say, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, Grant. Thanks for sending me this video. I really needed to hear this. If you don't plan on being in Las Vegas, I'm just going to be straightforward. You will miss out. You might as well just be a member of the Riemann Club. Continue to do the product, look good, be a part of it, feel good, have fun, and that's fine. But if you're serious and say, I want this to be my best year, I don't want to miss out on a legacy company. This might be my last chance I have in my lifetime. I'm already 40. Some of you are older than me. This could be the last chance you have. Then you don't want to miss out. Here's the reason why. The updates and announcements, it's crazy. It's not going to be the same company. Product announcement, crazy. But most importantly, you need to be part of an environment. You need to be part of that training where you need to hear it live, in person, to not just hear information, but let Riemann be a part of you. I can't create that for you. Tommy can't create that for you. You need to be there to feel what we feel, experience what we experience, and see what we see. Because after that event, it's just going to go like so crazy that you'll never be the same person ever again. So listen, I don't know which one of you are even listening to me right now on this recording. But my advice to you is find a way or make a way and don't miss out. You know you could be there. We have enough time. Tickets are sold out, but Tommy has connections and can find it. It's just a flight. And yes, hotel, but it's going to be fun. But most importantly, it's the knowledge you're going to get that's priceless. You know, any profession requires training. You know that. I don't want to repeat what you all already know. So be there with us. And let's make 2025 our best year. Let's expand this all over Hawaii. And let's expand this internationally and make all of our goals and dreams become a reality. So, Mr. Tommy Lee, I'm so excited for everybody. I just wanted to spend just quick 25 minutes sharing my experience and the timing right now. I respect you, appreciate you so much. I'm going to bring you back up to close out this training. Mr. Tommy Lee.
Thank you, sir. All right, so for those of you guys who are interested in joining and coming with us to the event, I'll just tell you guys right now, it wasn't easy for me. I already had previously committed to Cheryl's tour. As you guys know, Cheryl owns Mokihana Travel, and she does 10-day tours a lot to Japan and Korea. And March is cherry blossom time. It's literally her busiest time of year, and it's pre-booked almost a year out. But obviously, this is our director promotion. We're running for senior director. We're not giving up even before then. But what I have to do is we have to create more flights. I literally skipping out on 3-4 days of a planned tour Already had my tickets booked to Japan, and now I'm gonna go to Las Vegas early on the 11th, and I have a room at Resorts World 11, 12, 13. Me and Grant Sumoto are going there. 14, 15, 16, I'm gonna go to Venetian, and our event is obviously on the 15, 16. If you guys are team leaders, you are invited to the Shine event, I believe, which is Friday evening, and Sunday evening is director and above party at Danny Bay's house, and his house is sick. It's like MTV Cribs, like if you've seen the pictures, you know. But I have to fly literally on Sunday out of Las Vegas to LA to all the way to Haneda Airport in Tokyo. From Tokyo, I have to fly to Osaka. From Osaka, I need to jump on a plane as soon as I land and catch a train to Kyoto, and from Kyoto find a tour, meet up with them. That's how much, like, over, above, and beyond through the woods to grandmother's house I have to go just to get to where I gotta go, but sacrifice to be at the event. So I'm here to tell you guys, you're gonna have two choices. One, you're gonna let yourself talk yourself out of it and come up with every excuse in the book of why not to go. Or you're gonna just not think about it and say, I've gotta be there no matter what. I want my business to explode. I don't wanna miss out. And what's gonna happen if you go to this event is not just excitement and hype, guys. You're gonna get training from the absolute top people in the company who maybe have the same similar background as you do. Also, you're gonna get all the latest updates and announcements. I'm telling you right now, and I know many of the announcements that are coming out, every facet of Riemann is getting better. We're talking enhancements all around the board in every sector of our business. And I mean every sector, okay? You're gonna, not like Mike said, not recognize it. And so that's gonna create confidence, excitement. You're gonna have the skills, you're gonna have the training and the know-how of exactly what you've gotta do so that we can take advantage of all the harness all of this power of the announcements, and for the rest of the year with our global expansion. It's literally perfect. All you've got to do is turn the key and join us in Las Vegas. Now, if there's absolutely, and I'm here to tell you guys, I know people that in the last 31 years of being in this industry that made a decision literally the day before to go, right? Some people are like, hey, what if somebody would pay you $1 million to be in Las Vegas on Saturday and Sunday, the 15th and 16th of March? Would you do it? Even if you found out on the 13th night or 14th? Absolutely. You know, in a previous company I built, I had friends from Japan come to our events on the mainland. They couldn't even sign up. They had the Sendai earthquake, right? There's a tsunami, and there's missing people. One of the ladies' houses was two-story house. The bottom house was like full of mud, okay, and still came to the event. We had people that were had their children, like one of our dear friends saw his daughter being born, missed the first day of the event. Soon as daughter popped out, went straight to the airport, jumped on a plane, flew to the United States, and just in time for maybe the last 45 minutes of the event, and then met with the Japan team, and then jumped on a plane and went home. Some people are like, is that person crazy? But if you knew the kind of results and promotions and income they had following that, see, it's just a mindset, guys. And so many people, they want all of the results, but they don't want to put in the commitment, the time, the effort, and the resource, right? But it always is the opposite. You got to pay to play, right? You got to put forth the effort. You got to work out in the gym, and then you're going to get the muscle. Does that make sense, right? You got to study hard in school, get the degree, then you'll get the high-paying job. And you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't reverse the other way, okay? Everyone wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die, right? So we've got to make sure that we're in the right mindset. If we want to make big success in Riemann, then we've got to put Riemann as a priority. I'm not saying it's more important than God. It's not more important than your family, and certainly isn't more important than your career. But if you want this business to take care of your family, to fire your boss, take care of your church, your charity, set up your children or grandchildren, what have you, to buy a new car. You know, I know Cheryl Michioka just recently got her 1099 from Riemann, and she just got a brand new 70-something, I think it was almost $80,000 Lexus, okay? and her Riemann income paid for the Lexus, paid it all up. Okay, brand new car. And so she's like, wow, is it perfect? You know, and we have many stories like that, but she put in a lot of the commitment. She put in a lot of the time. She talked to a lot of people. And I'll tell you guys right now, we have so many stories coming out of Kauai. There's multiple team leaders coming out of Kauai. And this could all happen for you, but it starts in making a decision to be there in Las Vegas with us, number one. And more important than that, you're gonna wish, I promise you this, at the end of this event, you're gonna turn to me and say, holy crap, Tommy, what if we didn't come? Oh my, I can't even imagine missing out on this, right? You're gonna tell Michael on, oh, you were right, you guys were right. You're right. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I know what I gotta do. And you're gonna have the glow. You're gonna have all the confidence, the skills, the excitement, the belief, all of that. The whole war chest of what you needed is all gonna be there. Like your Riemann dreams are gonna come true. And the only thing you're gonna wish is you had more people with you. And I'm willing to bet all of us in Hawaii, we know friends or family within driving distance or in Las Vegas. There's so many Hawaii people in Las Vegas, friends, family, classmates, right? Co-workers from the past, people who have moved out of Hawaii and relocated, right? Some people's kids go to UNLV. It's just, we all know people in Las Vegas. It's a part of Hawaii. Or you know people in California and they could jump in their car and drive over. My point to you is this, just go, book it. I have 5 tickets on me right now to the convention. Don't worry about that. There's so many leaders online right now and they're saying we have tickets available because they went and hoarded them all, but we have contacts with many of them. So if you guys need tickets, you need to get back with me so we can save you one, number one. Number two, if you need help with airfare, hotel, rent a car, any of these things, guys, we have our own travel agent in team, Cheryl Michioka, and her and her staff are more than willing to help you guys out, and we can pull together, guys. Sometimes people as a team will go rent out an Airbnb and just pack, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people into the Airbnb, because all we're gonna do is go there and sleep. I mean, you can surf the couch if you want, okay? So if you're looking to save money that way, then team up with some of us and we can coordinate. But all I know is we all gotta be there. We gotta find a way or make a way, and you're gonna thank yourself for doing it. So I don't want to ramble on. I just want you guys to really understand the message. And I asked Mike to just really put things into perspective for all of us tonight, so that we have the most amazing 2025 ever and you guys don't miss out on it. So we're so excited. Thank you guys for watching this video with clear intention, and also for getting it out to your entire team. So we'll see you guys at the office soon. Take care and aloha.